You ain't changed, you ain't changed. Stay the away from me.
I see your bullshit.
I see your math-ish. Welcome to another episode of Math and Silly Hats. Today we're going to be graphing vertical and horizontal lines on a coordinate plane. Now again, there's no step-by-step process for this, but there's a couple quick tips I can give you that should make this rather easy. The first is that whenever we have a line in the form x equals a number, it's going to be a vertical line. This may seem counterintuitive because the x-axis is horizontal, but when something gets stuck at one point on this horizontal axis, it ends up being vertical. So any line that's in the form x equals a number will be vertical. It'll intersect at the value of that number on the x-axis. So if we had x equals 2, it would intersect here and be a vertical line. Any line in the form y equals a number will be horizontal. Again, seems counterintuitive because our y-axis goes up and down, but when we get stuck on the y-axis at say -2, we end up with a horizontal line at -2. So all lines of the form y equals a number will be horizontal, and they're going to intersect at that number on the y-axis. Finally, if you forget how to do this, and we'll do this just as an example if we forgot which one is which, we can always make a t-table and plug in some values that are simple, plot some points, and graph our line that way. So let's do an example with a value of x. We're given the question to graph the line x equals -2. So the first thing I'm going to do is color code that. I know it's an x value, so I'm going to make this blue. So x will be stuck at -2. So when we get x equals a number, it's going to be a vertical line with an intersection at that number. So I'm going to find -2 on my x-axis. Here's -2 on the x-axis. There'll be a point here, and it's going to be a vertical line through that point. So we'll graph a vertical line through the point x equals -2, or -2, 0. Let's do another problem where we have y equals a number. In the second example, we're given the equation y equals 3. Again, the first thing I'll do is color coded. We're given a y value, so we know it's going to be a horizontal line. Make these values red. So y equals 3. Because it's set up as y equals, it's going to be a horizontal line left to right at that number on the y-axis. So I'll find 3 on my y-axis. So y-axis, the number 3, I'll have a point at 0, 3. It'll intersect the y-axis at 3. Then it'll be a horizontal line. So I'll just draw a line going left to right through that point. And that is our line, y equals 3. Now, if we had forgot how to do this, let's pretend we had the case that we knew y was equal to 3, but you're not watching this video. You're on a knowledge check on ALEKS or on the state test, and you need to remember this. Well, all we have to do is make a t-table. I'm going to remember that y equals 3 means y is going to be 3. Y is going to be 3. Y is going to be 3. Because y is always equal to 3. X can do whatever it wants. So let's pick some simple values for x. X could be -1, 0, or 2. And y will always be 3. So let's plot these points. -1, 3. -1 in the x direction, 3 in the y direction. 0 in the x direction, 3 in the y direction. 2 in the x direction, 3 in the y direction. And you'll notice when we plot those points, they all fall on the line y equals 3. So once we have any 2 points really would be sufficient, but 3 will guarantee we didn't make an error. We could graph our line through these 3 points. So even if we forgot that when a equation is in the form y equals, it'll be a horizontal line, we can still find that same horizontal line by making a t-table. Remembering, of course, that y equals 3 means simply that. Y will always be -3. Hopefully this has been helpful and that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye!